money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time in it. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Swift on the counter. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua going to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give him credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Swift going to try up the middle. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
it's 2nd and 6. They'll roll him out right. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Now Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space, A loss results there.
Second and 11. Fighting through pressure. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They run the counter. It's Knight, and he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Knight. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut as his guys are able to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he stopped immediately there. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Past the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 2nd down now. McCollum. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a loss of 5. And it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try to field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better. Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you can actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. On play action, here's Tua. That is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw it to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua forced out to his left. He's got a man complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Buying time to his left. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. He got out of the pocket there. I was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, here's Swift. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. On the handoff, this is Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 23-yard run. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tua sets up to pass it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Tua going to throw. under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Swift. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go, set.
Tua on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 2nd and 2. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll indeed take a knee. CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.